everyone, it is week 24, day 2. I'm just out on a walk with the dogs. We're actually nearing the end of the walk. We've been out most of the morning already. Oh, I'm tired. I'm not just pregnancy tired right now, I'm tired because I have noticed recently I've been really struggling to sleep, which is common when you get to this point in pregnancy. I'm now week 24, I've only got 3 and a bit months left of this pregnancy journey, and it is around now that you do start to struggle with sleep apparently, and I have noticed I am struggling with sleep, and it's not because of the reason that people expect. A lot of people complain that when they get to this level of pregnancy they're up and down all night to the toilet and they can't physically stop going to the toilet. However, I have not noticed that. That is not me. For me, the reason I'm actually struggling to sleep at night, I'm only going to the toilet like once a night or once through the night, which is normal for me. I did that even before pregnancy, but I don't get up much in the night to go to the toilet. But what I have noticed is my hips, the pain in my hips, because obviously in pregnancy you're not allowed to sleep, you're not allowed to sleep on your back, and you're not allowed to sleep on your front, which is fine. I've never been able to sleep on my front since puberty because, you know, I've got a giant extra pillow that just causes my back to break. So I'm usually a back sleeper. I sleep really comfortably on my back, but because of the pregnancy having to sleep on your side, I've had no choice. I've had to learn to sleep on my side. Now the problem is, when you're such a curvy person already, sleeping on your side can get painful, especially in the hip area, because the amount of pressure on your hips is just ow. I can usually manage about 2 hours per side, and then I end up waking up from the pain, so then I have to roll over to the other side, and rolling over takes so much effort when you've got such a heavy weight on your chest and your belly. Every time I go to roll over, it's like, oh, it's like the dreaded roll. I'm still enjoying the experience. It's like, I know when I come on here, I do usually have something negative to say, which I'm trying to change up. I'm trying to be more positive, but I also want to be real. I also want to be honest and show you the good and bad sides of what I'm going through. And unfortunately, the hip pain at night is definitely one of the bad sides, and it is making it very difficult for me to sleep. I'm now on my second group dog walk of the day, just taking a bit of a chill and a rest. Well, like I was saying, my hips have not been good recently, in the sense that I have been really struggling at night with them. I can't sit or lie on one side for more than a couple of hours, and then trying to roll over is just so painful, so difficult. It's annoying. So that is unfortunately causing me to be quite tired. And like I said, I want to be real with you guys. I want to show you both the positive and negative side of pregnancy, and unfortunately the hip pain is a negative, but there has been a lot of positives as well, like feeling the baby move around in my stomach, even though the kicks can be a bit surprising. It's been very lovely knowing how they grow, watching or reading all the bits on the NHS. So week 24, your baby looks like this is what you need to focus on, has all been very exciting. For now, I'm just trying to get by today. This is my last quiet day before I have a very busy weekend, so I do plan on doing some exercise when I get home. What exercise that will be, I have yet to find out, but we will see. Being watched. The dogs are happily splashing, having fun, and being watched. Hi! I just realised he's actually got something in his beak. Don't look over here what it is. What have you got? What are you holding on to? I think it's a fish. It's wriggling, it's moving, whatever it is. I think it's a fish or a small creature of some form. So it's now Thursday, week 24, day 3, I think it is, and I'm out with the dogs again. If you can't guess, I didn't do my exercises last night. I know, and just the night went away with me yesterday. It really did. So it started off that I got home from work a bit later than I'd hoped. I got home from work about 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish. So Jason was doing his exercises when I got home, so I thought that's fine. It gives me a chance to get something to eat, and then I can do my exercises after Jason. So I got something to eat. I got my usual eggs, noodles, broccoli and all that. I finished that. Jason was still doing his exercises, so that's fine. No, you're not having it. No more tennis ball, we're going home now. I thought to myself, well, while Jason's still doing his exercise, I can do some video editing. So I did, and I got another video finished, which was my week 11 video, which is where we got our first official scan. Walking up a hill is so tiring at the minute. So much effort. Sorry, completely distracted there. Let me get up this hill. Too many people on this route today. Anyway, by the time Jason finished his exercise, I was getting really hungry again, and my body was not letting me exercise. It was starving. So I thought, right, fine, I'm going to go get something to eat. So I went and got something to eat. Got myself some crumpets with just a little bit of chocolate spread on. Went to do my exercises, and Minion was sat in just the wrong place, and no matter how much I tried, I could not lift up my right leg. My right leg was not moving. I think I've mentioned it before, where depending on where Minion sits and what he's pushing against, it does affect my hips and my legs. Last night was one of those days. Last night, no matter how much I tried to lift my right leg, I could not get it past my knee. It was not happening. My leg was not lifting up whatsoever. So trying to do lunges or trying to get into certain positions was just not happening. Now I do realise I could have done upper body stuff at that point, but the pain in my legs, the spasms in my hips and my legs were just too strong. They were really, really difficult just to actually get up and actually just walk to the toilet. So I ended up deciding that staying sat down would be the best option at the moment until Minion moves position and gives me a bit more rest. Unfortunately, Minion stayed in that position for the entire night. So I ended up stuck on the chair for pretty much the entire night. Couldn't believe it. Oh, and to be fair, there is things I probably could have done on the chair, but my brain was just not having any of it. My brain was like, no, I wanted to do my leg work today. No, we're not doing leg work, so I'm not happy. I hate it when my brain does that. And today we're out with the dogs. The dog's just over there. Oh, and it's windy. It's a windy day. I've got a busy night tonight. I've got BSL choir tonight. I've got a BSL choir performance tomorrow night, and I've got another BSL choir performance Saturday morning. However, I've only got one dog walk tomorrow. I have only got the one dog walk tomorrow. I've got a busy day today. I've got 3 dog walks in total today. This is my first one. So I'm not expecting to get any exercise done tonight. I'm hoping, with me only having the one walk tomorrow, there's no reason I shouldn't have time to squeeze a bit of exercise in between finishing my dog walks, going to the BSL choir performance. So fingers crossed everything will be fine. Fingers crossed we'll be good. We'll just wait and see. In other news, I believe I've mentioned this in the past, my little sister is also having a baby at the moment. She is pregnant with her second, and she had her 12-week scan today, and everything is looking good. Baby's looking healthy and fine. No sign or symptom or no sign or any indication of any abnormalities or anything. So hopefully all is looking good for her too, which is very, very positive, because she had quite a scary start to her pregnancy with my nephew, but this pregnancy seems to be going all smooth, all good at the moment for her, which I'm so glad of, so grateful of. And now I'm just trudging on at this point. We've got 4 weeks left till the 3rd trimester, and they said the 3rd trimester is the worst trimester, so we'll see. We're going to see how it compares to the 2nd. They say the 2nd trimester is the easiest trimester, and I found it a bit more challenging than the 1st trimester. The 1st trimester you just had to put up with symptoms, it was fine, you still felt human, whereas the 2nd trimester you feel so much heavier, everything's so much more effort, you're so much more breathless, it's harder to eat, you're constantly getting acid reflux. This is nonsense. Like, this 2nd trimester is easy, absolute nonsense. So it's Thursday night and I've not gone BSL choir because I don't really know what's wrong with me tonight. I don't know if it's just hormones playing up with my emotions. I don't know whether or not it's something else that's playing on my mind. I've got no idea. I just know that I'm in a really low mood right now. I'm on the verge of crying type mood, but for no reason whatsoever. I'm just feeling very low, very, very low, absolutely no reason. So I can only put it down to hormones, or assume that I'm having a hormone surge of some form from the pregnancy. I just feel like crap. I literally feel like crap. I feel worthless. I feel useless. I just feel sad, upset, but I don't know why. It's a strange feeling. It's a really strange feeling. I don't know whether or not something's triggered it, or whether or not, like I said, it is just related to pregnancy hormones. I don't actually know if I've mentioned this in a video in the past, but for as long as I can remember, and I do mean as long as I can remember, like I don't ever remember not having this pain. I sometimes get nerve pain in my arm, or what I believe to be nerve pain, because I've had it looked into, I've had it investigated, and according to the doctors, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing there. But a few times a year, like 3 or 4 times a year, or on average 3 or 4 times a year, I get a stabbing pain in my arm, this arm, and only ever this arm, right there between where the shoulder muscle joins to the bicep and the tricep. And I always get it in the same place. It's always very, 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 very localized. So I can only assume that it got caused when I've had an injection or a vaccine, and when they've given it me, it's just caught the nerve and it's caused it to trigger now and again. When the pain happens, it's very sudden, and it's very sharp, and it's very takes you by surprise, and it quite literally feels like someone stabbed you. It literally feels like someone's jabbed you in the arm right between the muscles with a needle or a fork or a very small blade, and it hurts so much, and it's just so sudden and out of nowhere, and it's the most painful thing I've ever known. And it doesn't last long. It lasts maybe a couple of minutes max, but that couple of minutes I want to slam my arm into a wall or bash it or hit it to get the pain to stop, because the pain is just so sudden and so painful, because I can't explain it. I really can't explain it, but it's always been very localized. It's always been very, very localized. And I actually haven't had any pain in that arm. I prefer to call it nerve pain because there is no other explanation for it other than it's a nerve that sometimes gets trapped and they don't know how it gets trapped or why it gets trapped or why it suddenly triggers. And it's so random and so rare, it just happens out of nowhere, that they can't physically diagnose it because they don't know what's causing it. There's no consistency in the pain, and it does only happen maybe 3 or 4 times a year. So far during the pregnancy, it's not triggered. For the entirety of the time that I've been pregnant, for the 5+ months I've been pregnant, it's not triggered at all. And today it triggered for the first time in a long time, and it was so out of the blue and out of nowhere. And for the first time ever, the pain wasn't localized. It actually sent a shooting pain which felt like electricity or an electric shock all the way down my arm and into my thumb. It was very weird and it was so painful. It was so bad, the pain was so sudden and so bad that I actually collapsed into my car. Luckily I wasn't driving, I was parked when it happened, but I literally bent over and I was in tears because the pain was just so out of the blue and so out of nowhere. It stopped within a few seconds and I was able to carry on as normal, but it was very, I've never known it to go down my arm before. Then it happened again a couple of hours later, and it just happened again about half an hour, not even half an hour ago, about 20 minutes ago. The pain just suddenly hit me out of nowhere while I was sat watching a video. Just sat watching a video, not doing anything, not moving, not making any sort of action. The pain just hit me, and once again it sent a shooting pain straight down my arm like an electric shock. Like the pain was still localized in the one spot where it always is, but it sent a shooting pain down my arm that went all the way through to my thumb. And so I don't know whether or not that's just suddenly triggering and being twice as painful as usual and being worse than usual is what's put me in this weird mood, or whether or not it's something else, or whether or not it's hormones or the pregnancy hormones. I don't know why I'm just in this really, really rubbish mood right now where I just feel sad. I just feel sad. I feel like I want to cry over something, but I don't know what I want to cry about. I can't explain it. I just feel low. I just feel really low tonight. So I'm putting it down to the fact that nerve pain in my arm, or whatever kind of pain it is, has suddenly triggered out of nowhere with, again, no cause or rhyme or reason. It's just hurt like hell. Or whether or not it's hormonal or pregnancy. I'm just putting it down to the fact that I'm just in a shit mood tonight. So I'm going to take the rest of the evening to do some video editing and chill out and relax and try and cheer myself up more than anything, because I don't like feeling like this. I don't like feeling like I'm about to cry at any god-given second. It's a really shit feeling. So I'm gonna have an easy night and focus on cheering myself up, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be in a much better space mentally, emotionally, physically. Things can go as planned. But I just wanted to make note of this little caption because the day's actually been quite nice. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day. I had 3 walks in total, but all the dogs were super well behaved. We had a really good time. I did finish work a bit later than I anticipated, so there's no reason for this feeling right now. So I can only put it down to the pregnancy or something in my subconscious that I'm not aware of. So just in case it was pregnancy related, and this is pregnancy emotions, pregnancy hormones playing with me, I just thought it would be a good idea to make a quick note about it. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I'm going to take some time for myself tonight and try and cheer up a bit. It is Friday of week 24, day 4. And I'm just currently having a mini celebration to myself because I just got my gestational diabetes results back and it is all normal. I do not have gestational diabetes. I'm a very happy girl right now. I say very happy girl, very sleepy, very, very sleepy today. I have no desire to leave the house. I do need to leave the house because I have to go to work, but I have no desire to leave the house. Thankfully, the pain in my arm stopped yesterday night. I say yesterday night, it did trigger one more time while me and Jace were lying in bed. Again, just completely randomly, like nothing actually triggers it. It just randomly pain. But it lasted a few seconds and then went away and I was fine for the rest of the night. And it's so far, It's not triggered today, so hopefully that's my bout now for the next month to 6 months. We don't know. Oh, I can't even imagine how painful that's going to be if that triggers while I'm in labour. Anyway, we're not going to think about that. Although I have been watching a lot of birth vlogs recently. I've been watching a heck of a lot of birth vlogs. I'm actually watching a birth vlog as we speak by Margaret Mathenay Simple Living. I'm watching her birth vlog at the moment. I say birth vlog, it's technically her birth story because she didn't vlog the birth. And I'm thinking I might be the same. I might just tell the story, not actually physically video it, because I don't know how other people actually vlog their births or even think to turn on the camera, because surely in that situation your brain is just focused on what's going on with your body. But we'll see. I might end up doing a mini vlog, I might end up doing a story or chatty like what I usually do. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to have that mini party. I say mini party, I have literally been sat here for about 5 minutes just dancing away, doing my little celebration dance for the fact that I do not have to worry about gestational diabetes. I am very grateful for that. The midwife is also, well, not the midwife, but I believe the nurse was a little surprised. I don't know why they were all expecting me to have gestational diabetes, or there was a high risk of me having gestational diabetes because my dad's diabetic and I have grandparents that were diabetic. Granted, they were all type 2 diabetic, I believe, but still, I do have diabetes in the family, so I think everyone was expecting to me have gestational diabetes, or at least pre-diabetes, and I'm not. I am completely normal because of all the exercise I do. I say all the exercise I do, I've obviously not done much in the last few months, but it just shows that all the walking I do for work and all the extra exercise I do at home when I do get a chance to do it, or when I have the energy to do it, is helping, and it is keeping my body a lot healthier. The blood test results also came back and they are all normal. They are all within normal levels, normal limits. So everything is looking amazing right now, so I can't complain. Everything is looking fantastic for this birth. What I am going to try and do though is talk a bit more about the pregnancy and also my fitness, because I have found that lately I have been rambling a lot about my day-to-day life, and my day-to-day life is so samey and boring. It's reality. It is reality. We get up here every day. Hi, Minion. Sorry, they just kicked me in the hip. Every day I wake up and it's so samey. We get up, we get breakfast, we go to work. The same thing happens every single day. This is reality. But at the same time, I don't want to keep drawing on about my very mediocre life. Even though some people probably do relate to that. Mediocre life, it gets boring. Or I think it gets boring after a while. I'm going to try and keep these chats to more pregnancy based and fitness based, because obviously post birth it's going to be me trying to get fit as a first time mum, because that's what these vlogs have always been about. My videos have always been about fitness and my fitness journey, and soon they're going to be about my fitness journey while trying to juggle to be a mother. Oh, that's going to be fun. Another thing I forgot to update you guys about is I got an email yesterday confirming that my British Sign Language course has been rescheduled to January, which is a little annoying because I'm obviously due in January. Now I'm expecting to be late because all my sisters and myself and all my sisters' kids were all late. They were all due, or they all arrived after their due date. So I'm not expecting Minion to arrive until the end of January. So I'm hoping I can get a few BSL classes in before I then have to take a 2-week break to recover and then go back. I did ask Jason for his opinion because I wasn't a bit sure about whether or not I should go for it, because I didn't know how much time I might need off, and if I do need a cesarean or anything like that, or an emergency cesarean, I could be out of action for a couple of months. And he said, well, we're not hoping for that, we're hoping for a safe and healthy natural birth. We are going to do our best to ensure a safe and healthy natural birth. So I need to do a lot more stretches and Kegels. But regardless of that, Jason said to go for it because the longer I put it off, the longer I delay it, the more expensive the course gets, and then on top of that, the longer it'll take me to eventually become interpreter translator level in sign language. We decided to go for it, so I will be starting my British Sign Language course in January now, to add to the craziness that's going to be taking place in January. I know already that it's going to be so hard and so difficult for me to actually go to the classes and leave Minion behind with Jason, but Jason has actually got extended parental leave thanks to the way his shifts work and how many holidays he's got left over. So because of that, we think he might have up to 6 weeks off parental leave, hopefully. At least a month, because he'll have the 2 weeks parental leave and then he's got over 2 weeks worth of holidays to take for work before April. So his boss has already given him permission to use those holidays at the end of his parental leave so that he can actually have an extended parental leave because of that. So we're hoping he's going to be off for at least 4 to 6 weeks, which will allow me time to actually get things sorted and get things organised to allow me to actually attend these sign language classes. And like I said, I know it's going to be really hard, really, really freaking hard leaving a newborn behind when I'm the mum. And we do plan on breastfeeding, but we've never planned on exclusively breastfeeding because we knew that things like this was going to happen. And also with how much sleep I need, like I need a lot of sleep, and I already struggle to sleep as it is, even before pregnancy. So it was always going to be agreed that we were going to, I don't know the word for it, but mix feed. So breastfeed whenever possible, and then if I need an extra nap or if I need to go out somewhere or do something, then bottle feed with Jason. And also give Jason a bit more of an active role in the actual bringing up of Minion. So that's the plan. Whether or not that plan will actually go ahead is another matter entirely, because I don't know how the birth's going to go in January. I don't know if there's going to be any complications. There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. I have a body that has been specifically designed to give birth, as far as my family have told me several times. No one in my family has ever had any complications or issues with giving birth. So I'm hoping that same genetic hereditary has come down to me as well, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I've rambled and yapped and yapped and yapped, and I need to go. I need to get to work. So I will see you guys when I get home, when we're going to do some very quick exercises before going out, because I've got a BSL choir performance tonight that I need to attend. It's Sunday. It's day 6 of week 24. I've not done any exercise this week. None. No exercise at all. No exercise at all. Oh, it's been frustrating. The days ended up being a lot busier than I anticipated. A couple of the days I had to have naps because I was so exhausted, and that ate into all of my exercise time. It irritates me because I do badly want to exercise. I badly want to exercise, but for some reason I am struggling. I'm really struggling to exercise in the evening, because by the time the actual day finishes, I'm shattered. I am absolutely exhausted. Trying to get the energy to then just start my exercise is already very difficult. However, I'm also struggling to wake up in the morning. For the last week and a half, I've not woke up before 9 a.m. Physically can't do it. My alarm has gone off at 7, it's gone off again at 8, and I am still in bed at 9 o'clock. I'm really freaking struggling to get awake before 9 o'clock. There's even been a couple of nights where I've actually gone to bed early. I've gone to bed as early as 10 o'clock and I'm still not waking up till 9 o'clock. It ain't happening. So I need to try and get into a habit somehow of waking up more regularly at an early time, because not waking up till 9 o'clock is getting frustrating and irritating, because it loses like 2 hours of my day. It loses easily 2 hours of my day not waking up till 9. And that's irritating, because that's an hour I could be exercising, or that's an hour I could be prepping for work, and then have more energy and more time to exercise in the evening, hopefully. But it is frustrating. It is really frustrating when you do desperately want to exercise, your body desperately wants to move. You just do not have the energy by the end of the day. It's really freaking infuriating. It's also been a very busy few days, because obviously I've had 3 days worth of 2 days worth of BSL quiet, because I was so exhausted on Thursday I had to take a nap and a break. But I had a performance Friday night, I had a performance yesterday at the Trafford Centre. It took up all my morning, and then when I got home it was Jason's day off, and we very rarely get a day off. Like, we're going to be getting more days off, but we haven't had a proper day off together for a while, so we decided to have a gaming day, and we had a lot of fun, to be fair. We had a heck of a lot of fun. I think it was very much needed. Couple bonding time type thing. And today I am just eating my breakfast, and then I'm actually going flying with my parrots. So I don't know whether or not I'm going to have the energy to actually do any exercise tonight after a day of socialising and battling the winds, or whether or not it's going to be another day where I don't get to exercise. In pregnancy news, because I really need to start harnessing these videos into just pregnancy and fitness and stop talking more about my day-to-day. In pregnancy news, Minion is still moving, they're still wriggling. Their movements are becoming, I want to say, a bit more obvious, but they're not. They're still the same as what they were last week or the week before. If he's kicking into the placenta, it just feels like a very bad gas in your stomach, and if he kicks outside the placenta, I can really feel it. It's a very big boot that I can even feel on the outside now, which is quite nice. But it's only if he's kicking outside of the placenta. God knows how big my placenta is. But Jesus Christ, I can barely feel him through the day when he starts wriggling. I can feel him, but it's so faint.
It's so faint, unless he's kicking outside the placenta into my hips and into my pelvis, I could easily mistake him for bad gas. Oh my God, he was wriggly last night. Before Friday, I was only waking up once a night to go to the toilet, which was around 2 o'clock, like literally like clockwork. I was waking up at 2 o'clock to go to the toilet in the middle of the night. And the last 2 nights, I've woke up at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock to go to the toilet. And both times that I've woke up, I've noticed that Minion has been wriggling. I've had that gassy, bubbly sensation in my stomach where I know he's moving around and he's wriggling, and it's been both times that I've woke up, I can feel him going. It's nice to know that he is active, but I would much rather him be active during the day when I'm awake than at night when I can't really feel him because I'm unconscious. And last night was weird. I had 3 separate dreams last night. 3. I can't really remember any of them clearly. Like, obviously when you're pregnant your dreams are vivid, but my dreams are vivid anyway. But when you're pregnant your dreams are really vivid. I had 3 distinct dreams. I remember I had 3 very distinct dreams last night, and I can't for the life of me remember any of them. I remember one of them I was still pregnant. I remember one of them from yesterday. Minion was actually born and I was breastfeeding him at one point, and I was hanging out with my family and my nephew was there, or my youngest nephew was there. I know for a fact I had 3 very distinct dreams last night, and I cannot for the life of me remember what happened in them. It's weird. Anyway, I am going to finish my breakfast now that I've given you guys that little update. I'm probably going to end this video here with this being the end of week 24, going into week 25. We've not got long left. I've got a midwife appointment coming up this week, and what else have I got on this week? Oh, I've got a midwife appointment on Wednesday, and I'm going to watch Busted with my friend Vicky on Tuesday, which we've had planned for nearly a year. We've had the tickets booked for almost a year. I think we bought the tickets in January, so like long before I knew I was pregnant or found out I was going to be pregnant. So yeah, I've got a busy week coming up. Busy week. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day just to chill, go spend time with my friend, and then just do whatever I need to do when I get home tonight. And we're going to hopefully start next week's vlog with some exercise on Monday.
Still a baby. Sophie's currently putting on a free flight display unintentionally.